Get ready to be blown away as we delve into a world where homes remain hidden from plain sight yet boast unbelievable features. Get ready to live like James Bond as we uncover 15 hidden homes that defy belief. Number 15. Garuja Rainforest House. The Rainforest House in Garuja, Brazil is a special place hidden away. It's like a dream of living in a tropical paradise. This house sits on a mountainside overlooking the Atlantic Ocean, surrounded by thick, green trees on 3 sides. Designed by Studio NK27, they made this home blend into the jungle. Walking up to it feels like entering a jungle adventure. Stone steps lead you to a concrete and wooden house that looks like it belongs in the wild. Inside, it's modern and comfortable, so you won't miss city life too much. But the real magic happens on the roof. There are 2 decks up there. The upper one has a small garden, not as wild as the jungle around it. The lower deck has a pool, hot tub, and fire pit. In this house, you'll feel like the star of your own jungle story. Number 14. Santana House. In a quiet place in Mexico called Val de Bravo, there's a special house called Santana House. It's made of wood and stone, blending perfectly with nature around it. Local architects built it using natural materials like stone and wood from nearby. There's a tall tree in the front yard, reminding people to stay connected to nature. The house is on a big piece of land, all on one level. Inside, the floors are stone and the ceilings have wooden beams. The furniture is rustic and also made from local materials. The walls are stone too, matching the outside of the house. Big windows let in lots of light, making it feel like the forest is inside. Outside, there's a garden with plants from the area, a pool, and a hot tub for relaxing without losing touch with nature. Number 13. Castile Creek Retreat. Castile Creek Retreat is a huge and amazing house hidden in the forest in Colorado, USA. It's not a cozy cabin, it's like a castle. The main house has 8 bedrooms and 10 bathrooms, covering 3,350 square feet. There are also 2 guest houses, which are even bigger. One is over 5,000 square feet, and the other is over 3,000 square feet. That's a lot of space. The retreat sits on 250 acres of land and is surrounded by 2 million acres of national forest. That's a huge area of beautiful nature. There are no neighbors around, just you and the animals in the forest. It's a perfect place to get away from everything for a while if you can afford the $78 million price tag. Number 12. Floating Seahorse. Imagine a special house that's like a floating sea creature. It's in Dubai, a place known for fancy homes. This one is super unique. It's called the Floating Seahorse. It's built on islands shaped like a world map. A special group called the Clandens Group designed it. They spent lots of time making sure it wouldn't sink. People got excited about these homes when they were announced in 2016. Even before they were finished, 60 were sold. Each of these homes costs about $12 million. But here's the cool part. Most of the house is underwater. The main bedroom and bathroom are under the sea, covering 270 square feet. And there's a surprise, a lower level with huge windows where you can see a garden made of coral, covering 500 square feet. You won't have to worry about dogs messing up your yard anymore. Number 11. Mirage House, Greece. The Mirage House in Greece is a special kind of house that's hard to see. It's on an island called Tinos, and it's made to look like it's not there. The house is small, just 1 floor, and it sits on the edge of a cliff. That means it has amazing views of the sea. The house is about 2,100 square feet big, and it blends in with the rocks around it. On top of the house, there's a pool with no edges. When the sun shines on it, it looks like a mirage. The house is designed to let you only see the pool when you look at it from a distance. It's a clever way to hide a house. Imagine trying to find your own house if it looks like it's not even there. Number 10. Vivos Europa 1. Vivos Europa 1 is a special place to stay hidden. It's one of a kind in the whole world. But what makes it different from fancy houses in the forest or homes under the sea? Well, when rich people need a safe place to go if the world goes crazy, they go to Vevo's Europa 1 in Germany. It's not just a regular bunker, it's more like an underground mansion. Only special people get to go there, and it's super fancy. There are over 16,000 square feet of living space, and it's like a 5-star hotel down there. If you're lucky enough to get in, you can even design your own part of the place with your own architects and builders. But you better do it quick, just in case the world ends soon. Actually, Vevo's Europa 1 was first made by the Soviet Union during a tense time called the Cold War. They wanted a safe spot for their military stuff in case things got too heated. But thankfully, the Cold War ended peacefully and the place was handed over to Germany. Instead of keeping it for weapons, a rich person bought it and turned it into the fancy underground hideout it is today. Number 9. Juniper House. Imagine a house in the woods that looks just like the forest around it. That's what architects Hans Mollmann and Ulla Alberts did when they designed Juniper House. It's located on an island called Gotland in the Baltic Sea. The local authorities had a rule that no modern-looking houses could be built there because they didn't want to ruin the beautiful natural landscape. So, Mollmann and Alberts came up with a clever idea. They covered the house in pictures of the forest. The house is made of wood, and they put a special cloth with forest pictures all over it. This makes the house blend in with the trees, almost like it's hiding. It's like a fun game of hide and seek. But even though it looks like it's part of the forest outside, inside it's cozy and modern. The walls are made of wood and stone, giving it a Scandinavian feel. Big windows and a courtyard let you enjoy nature without leaving the comfort of the house. It's a cool way to feel connected to the outdoors while staying warm and safe inside. Number 8. Edgeland House. Sometimes you might want to live life on the edge. Luckily, the Edgeland House in Texas is the perfect place to do just that. This Texan home is designed by Bercy Chen's studio and is hidden right within the land itself. From far away, the Edgeland House doesn't look any different from a thick grassy hill. In fact, if you didn't know the exact address, you might just keep walking because it's so well hidden. It's built into the ground, taking inspiration from old houses across North America. The structure is literally groundbreaking, dug right into the earth. But there's more to this than meets the eye. While it looks great up close, the Edgeland House uses the Earth's heat to keep everyone at a comfortable temperature and still lets in just the right amount of light. It's like living in a luxury hobbit hole. It's one of the most private homes on this list, even though it's hidden. And while the inside is stylish, it's the outdoor courtyard that really stands out. It feels like the inside and outside are connected seamlessly. The Edgeland House is very minimalistic and tries not to disturb the land it's built on. Number 7. Casa Brutale. Even if you live in a dry desert, you might still want to feel like you're hidden away in a secret place. That's where Casa Brutale in Beirut comes in. It's not just any old hidden house, it's probably one of the coolest homes in the world. Why? Because it's built right into the side of a cliff and hangs off of it. You get amazing views of the ocean, but be careful not to look down because it's really high up. And guess what? There's a pool on the roof with a glass bottom. That means people inside the house can see their friends swimming above, and swimmers can check if they left the oven on by diving down. The house itself is made of simple stuff like wood, concrete, and lots of glass to blend in with the sandy surroundings. It's in the middle of nowhere, so you need a car. But don't worry, the house has a big underground parking area for 3 cars. Number 6. Cliff Haven. The Cliff Haven house is like the perfect home for a modern Stone Age family. It's nestled snugly into the rocks of Montezuma Canyon in Utah. Even though it seems far away, it's only a 20-minute drive from the nearest town. So, you get the quiet and secluded feeling of living in the rocks, but you're still close to all the modern stuff. The house itself might not look big from outside, but it's actually 2,100 square feet inside. It has a nice vibe with a hint of Mexican style. There are 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and a 3-car garage for your cars and dune buggies. But the best part is the land it sits on. The owner has 12 acres of red rock all to themselves. It's like having your own private piece of nature. The only downside is that if neighbors want to visit, they have to walk a mile to get there. And finding the place in the first place isn't easy either. Number 5. Wishing Park Estate. Imagine throwing a penny into a wishing well. Now, think about a place called Wishing Park Estate in southeast England. It's not about tossing coins here, it's about seeing something magical. Finding this place isn't easy though. It's kind of hidden, nestled in the green hills of Hampshire. The estate covers 43 acres of land, with lakes for fishing and private forests. Even though it's mostly underground, it's designed so well that it still gets lots of natural light without getting too hot. Seeing it from above gives you the best view of all its wonders. Number 4. Rooftop Mall Villas. This story is about something unusual. In China, where there are a lot of people and not much space, one city found a creative solution. In Hunan province, on top of a mall, there are 25 houses. These houses are for the mall's workers. They're colorful and unique, but you can't see them from the street. They're like a secret neighborhood. They look a bit like houses from a typical American suburb, with bright colors and fences. But now, the government wants to tear them down because they were built without permission. Number 3. High Desert House. The High Desert House is a special home built by Kendrick Bangs Kellogg, who is a very good architect from San Diego. He started building it in 1986. The house is in a remote area near Joshua Tree, which is famous for people who like strange things from outer space. But even though it's in a weird place, it looks like a house you might find on a distant planet in a science fiction story. It took a lot of work to build the house, and it took 14 years to make all the furniture by hand. The furniture has a mix of old-fashioned and futuristic styles. Despite being built a long time ago, the house still looks modern. It took nearly 30 years to finish building it. The house is big, about 5,000 square feet, and it sits on a big piece of land in the desert, surrounded by big rocks. The roof of the house looks flat, so it blends in with the landscape like it's been there for millions of years. Number 2. Villa Voles. Sometimes you just want to relax and be close to nature, but you don't want to stay in a tent. One of the best places for that is Villa Voles in the hilly Swiss landscape. It looks a lot like a modern hobbit hole, tucked away in the mountains near the Thermval's hot springs. Villa Voles is special because it's built right into the mountainside, blending in with the environment. They didn't make new roads to get there. Instead, they dug a tunnel through the mountain. It's like something Elon Musk would do. But just because it's underground doesn't mean you miss out on the beautiful views. The house slopes up, facing the mountain range, so you can see the sunrise each morning. And the best part, Villa Voles is available to rent for holidays, so anyone can enjoy this hidden gem if they get the chance. Number 1. Woolbrook Reservoir. Woolbrook Reservoir is a special place. It used to be a water tank in England, but now it's a fancy house. It's hidden underground, so you wouldn't even know it's there if you walked by. The house has big windows that let in lots of sunlight. Inside, there's a courtyard where everything happens. There's even a secret staircase leading to the main bedroom. Outside, there's a cool pond and garden, and the best part, it's all surrounded by forests, so it's really private. Thanks for joining us on this thrilling journey through some of the most jaw-dropping hidden homes on the planet. Don't forget to subscribe for more incredible adventures, and until next time, embrace the unexpected and live life like James Bond.